Hello, beautiful Leo. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive into it right away. This is gonna be for next 2 weeks, and I already see like waves of something coming towards you. First week we have here there's tears of joy, which is opening up a pathway. The tears of joy can also represent some good news are coming, or maybe you're discovering something that is like maybe something you have lost recently and like popping out of nowhere, just showing itself up. It can be something small. It doesn't have to be in the sense of tears of joy. When I say it, yeah, it sounds like something big because you might not be easily like what is that, impressed. However, this can be something that is small but can be impressive or bringing joy into your life. Okay, like I said, in your heart you have like a whale covering something. You might try to see the truth of a situation or a person, maybe that is actually not really revealing itself right away. There's a keyhole appearing. There's also like a cloud of clarity coming. So I feel like instead of maybe trying to resolve the mystery of a situation of a person, you need to focus on what's actually obviously in front of you. Those can be the clues that this person is giving you. Instead of trying to fully decipher what their intentions are, it's about the little clues that they're giving you, which are obvious. Basically, it seems like here it's really obvious that is giving you the message that you need to hear. By the way, guys, if you're new here, this is Divine Light, and if you want to enjoy this message, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe. It's a free way to be here. And also, if you would like a private reading, I'm going to leave that in the description box below and in this corner right there. Go ahead, send me an email, okay? I see there is like a meteor actually clashing out of your comfort zone, and somebody's riding the meteor right there. You can see their face and wearing a hat. Because you're a fire sign, I feel like you won't be burned with a fire. So this can be your passion, you being passionate about something, getting like on the meteor, getting outside of your comfort zone and exploring something. However, this might require a lot of energy initially, and the hat that you're putting on can represent that you need to take charge of a situation. Okay, this can be something for some of you. I'm feeling maybe some things that you left to the control of others, which Leo is not really your nature. But this is intense Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. While still, I feel like you might have let somebody else take care of a business. Can be the everything. I don't think this is limited to money business. It can be about relationship business, maybe family situations that you're letting someone to carry the conversations for you, the word for you, but it's now time for you to just get on the meteor and crash into the situation. Like, it's not in the sense of crashing being wild. It means that maybe there's something you're avoiding here. You need to make that hard talk. You need to sit down and explain yourself or demand what's yours in this situation. Okay, if this is about taking charge, just maybe figuring out something that has been seeming like out of control for you. I feel you have a lot of control and you're choosing not to control it. Okay, and the thing is, I told you there's a massive crowd, or this can be like all the crowd of thoughts in your head. This tells me you're overthinking a situation, overanalyzing it. Okay, and one thing is leading to another, one thought is leading to another. That's why you have a whale here, which is blocking the future forecast. You're thinking you're maybe guessing the future through the chain of thoughts, but that's not really the case. Okay, what we have here is, I see there's an authority figure showing up, and kind of looks like a Mother Earth energy here. She has like spike heads on top of her head, and this reminds me of a character, the nature people from there was a series, I don't know if you used to watch it, and it has a book series to Game of Thrones, and there was actually earth people, and they look female. So that kind of reminds me of the head of that Groot, the Groot from the Guardians of the Galaxy reminds me of that. But this one's wearing a skirt, so I assume this is like a female. Can be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. I see like a letter L, A, like Letitia, maybe. Can be the first name or the last name of this person. And they are coming in. And what she does is they actually create a character in the book series to protect the nature for this character, to protect the nature, which actually ends up not really destroying, let's say, the nature, but it's actually destroying the human part of it. So I feel here this can be a protective character that you have in your life, that you are maybe using their energy, but it might be severing your human connections, okay? So I feel that's why you need to start taking the charge and the control of the situation, which might require you to have some strong boundaries, okay? I was actually watching something a minute ago before I turned on the video. It was talking about the boundaries, how important to have our boundaries strong, but the boundaries doesn't mean being mean to others. When you are building them up from the ground, because you don't have the foundation for it, you might be a little reactive. I feel like this is about actually understanding no is a complete sentence, and when you say it with your with a backbone, basically, no one can cross it, okay? That's why I feel this earth creature, earth mother, might be coming into your life to remind you that. This can be someone currently in your life, or it can be like someone already passed. So I like to include, for example, Maya Angelou a lot, because I feel like she's also an earth mother for me. So this kind of like guidance, Louise Hay, they have very strong like personalities and boundaries. And when you look at Louise Hay, she's actually very motherly figure. So I feel here this can be some sort of like a revelation and understanding opening up. We have a snake's head showing, kind of looks like an arrow here. Snake can be healing happening during this time. Number 3 is artistic talent. So this will actually open up maybe a space for you to explore your artistic talent. There's a key right here. Key can indicate maybe unlocking a locked door for you. This is seeming like the snake, the key, and number 3 is showing themselves within the 3rd week. I'm sorry, the 2nd week. I said the 3, that's why I said the 3rd. 2nd week timeline. When you seems like within the 1st week you're having a conversation with the earth mother or connecting with her energy, and she's giving you the courage to go further and explore your creative artistic talent, and also maybe just start your healing journey, okay? I know this is like limited to a timeline, and maybe you're expecting other people to show up here, and I feel like they will be showing up. The 2nd week, there are going to be people showing up to test, okay, are you on the right path? That's why the snake shows up. Snake is a cycle is ending and shedding the old skin. It can also indicate healing, because we see the snakes wrapping around each other on the staff of Hermes, the helium, the helix, I think DNA helix, represents like a repair in your psyche, basically. So you might actually come across same type of energy in people within the 2nd week. Someone might try to push the buttons, and your response, not reaction, response to this person is going to show you that now things are changing for you. Okay, some people might stay the same, but it seems like you might even have like a timeline jump and leave those energies behind, and that might be even your last time coming across that person. Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. I know this is something coming really fast. There are 2 things. One of it is actually rushing in really fast, and the second one is rather It has a pace. We have this kind of reminds me of a piggy bank. I don't know if you can see what I see there. Piggy bank can represent some sort of like a money stored somewhere for you. And I see there's a masculine figure looking at that. That's why that maybe you need to explore the boundaries a little bit. This can be in different areas of your life, okay? This doesn't mean that you don't have no walls around you whatsoever, because you might be really strong in certain situations, certain areas when it comes to boundaries, but in some cases maybe you're having a hard time to say no, or maybe you're having a hard time to say yes and go after the things you desire. And this can be the piggy bank that is storing what is meant for you, the bounty meant for you here. I see a masculine figure looking at that and wearing kind of like a pointy Mad Hatter type of a hat. And that's why the number 3 showed up basically within the second week. That can be because Mad Hatter, there's a frog right there, is a leap of faith, jumping to the outside of your comfort zone to get the piggy bank right there. Mad Hatter was considered mad because I'm talking about that Tim Burton movie. He was overwhelmed with the energy of the queen. I feel like that's actually a way pushed him to the corner, to the edge, basically, not the corner. So I feel like, but he still wears the hats in a way and it still creates them in a very authentic way. So you might have pushed to a corner by someone like the queen in the Alice in Wonderland. However, this actually helped you with your perspective, your boundaries, okay? And I feel like this is also helping you recognize there's a piggy bank right there. It can be a financial opportunity, it can be something stored there, it can be something that is yours already, but you maybe because of the fear you didn't have access to it. This week, this next 2 weeks can be about actually breaking that invisible wall and going after it, okay? Let's dive into your tarot. If you made it so far, comment down below and let me know. I'm going to start pulling your cards and we're going to go down the interpretation. The Witch is the Magician. The Empress is the Empress. 7 of Swords. Okay, we have a Warrior of Cups. I think it's Knight of Cups. And the Sun. So far, so good. Which is the Magician, guys, and it seems like you have a lot of power. In the original tarot, we see a masculine figure here. We see a beautiful woman. She is playing with all the energies, the magic, light beam, which is the wand, sword, pentacle, and the cup in front of her. So it seems like even if you don't feel like you do, there are a lot of resources in front of you that you can utilize it very well. You don't need to look outside of yourself. Everything in front of you in your home that is available to you are enough for you to get your heart's desire. Empress is actually being gentle with yourself during this process and being lovable and understanding. Even if you build something the way you don't want it to be, just you can undo it and you can restart again. Another thing with the Empress energy is giving yourself time. I don't know if you ever grow anything in a pot or in your garden. That's what the Empress energy is. Nurturing, giving it time. And after a while, you see it just sprouts and flourishes, okay? The thing is, though, some things might have time and some plants don't even need no time, no water, no whatsoever. So it's about choosing your challenge. Some of them, for example, I have this aloe vera and it's taking, I don't know why it's taking forever, but it is taking forever. It was like a very old plant that I plucked a piece of it. But then I have the snake plant. I don't even have to do anything. It just sprouts, just loves life, basically. However, snake plant is not something that I can utilize in my life. It's just a good, looking very good. Aloe vera, on the other hand, you can use the juices inside of it. It's just a very useful plant. So I feel like here, again, it is taking some time. It wants love because it has like other functions. Okay, so I feel like this is basically what you're doing. that you're nurturing something that is going to last for a longer period of time. But in the meantime, what you can do is actually keep your hopes up, be positive about it, and nurturing it with lots of sun. Sunshine is positivity. And Sun of Swords tells me two things. You might have an obstacle in your pathway, can be a person you're dealing with doing things behind your back. And this is also suggesting you should be aware of that person. It doesn't mean that you should just go ahead and attack them, because the Empress is about actually taking things like a going high rather than going low, because they're going to take care of themselves eventually. Another thing with the Seven of Swords is actually not showing your hands to everyone who shows up. Warrior of Cups is like a someone or something that will be emotionally fulfilling coming into your life. And so that's why if there is a person just being an obstacle, you can just skip to the parts that you're enjoying rather than dwelling on their energy. Another thing here, if you tend to feel like, okay, look at me, I am doing this, everything is working out, the Seven of Swords might be telling you that you need to do things differently this time and not show your hands to others. Sun is your energy, it's optimism, positivity. We have with the Witch Death card coming, High Priestess with the Empress, so aligning. Death card is, I feel like you leaving the old thought patterns and the old ways of things behind, and the Witch, like you have everything available to you, is actually useful for you at this time, and maybe utilizing them very carefully rather than just trying to go out there and shop more stuff. Okay, the Empress comes with the High Priestess, so this High Priestess tells me is that you need to tap into your higher vision, your higher faculties like imagination, visualization, manifestation power, or whatever that you use, like connecting, helps you connect with the higher energies, higher self. That will be really effective and useful. And the High Priestess also can show you, like when you connect with that deeper energy, if this is a person doing things behind your back, we have Daughter of Pentacles, can be a Page of Pentacles. It can represent someone greedy when it comes to money and financials now. So it is a person here. It's not you actually doing things in a covert fashion. High Priestess might show you who this person is. Okay, maybe someone who is really focused on the material gain. They don't really consider emotional satisfaction or how you're going to feel about something. So it might be sending you little signs and symbols so you start to read those. Warrior of Cups is a new offer, something better showing up. If this is a person you have dealt with in the past, it seems like there's a better one showing up here. Someone who's honest, emotionally open, and loving in a gentle soul. Can be a little bit too romantic for your liking, but Three of Wands tells me this person is going to help you go on a new adventure. We have Seven of Swords coming again with the Sun, but the Fool is following it. So I feel like everything is going to get a little bit down before it gets up again. Fool is standing on a branch here on a cliff right there. Fox can be what is hidden in the dark, which I told you there are certain things that are hidden in your heart. The more you are progressing, the things are starting to get covered. Okay, you're trying to maybe cover them, but it seems like your Fool comes with a light on top of it. Instead of covering them, you need to just, open it up and see what it is that you're afraid. What it is that, it doesn't mean just dwell on it. It means that start thinking opposite of it. What if everything works out? What's the best thing can happen? And what if the thing that you thought is horrible can play out in the best possible way? That's the Fool's energy. That's the Sun energy here. They're getting actually that Seven of Swords stuck in between them right here, as you can see. So optimism, positivity, and thinking differently is going to give you that leap of faith in the new beginning energy. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Angel, Angel de los Muertos transitions to the spirit realm, and this is aligning, I feel like, with a High Priestess energy. So if you have doubts about something or someone, or do you have a divine connection, you need to get in touch with that. Strangely lonely, holding on way too tight, which I told you here, I felt that in your energy. You might feel maybe the what's new can be dangerous. That's why maybe you're holding too tightly to the past. She kind of looks like Cher, angel of alchemy, but brings the miracle. And I feel like this is, first of all, it can be spiritual guidance coming to you that is resolving what's in your hands right now. Another thing with the angel of alchemy, I feel the miracle energy, unexpected miracle might actually come in when you recognize that their guidance coming to you, divine guidance coming to you, it can be coming through signs and symbols. It doesn't have to be something that you dream about, okay? It can be like a bird, a blue bird coming to your window, and that's maybe your sign. Like, it doesn't have to be a bluebird, whatever you choose as a sign. And it seems like it's going to be followed by miracles if you can let go of what you're holding on too tightly. What's your intuitive life coaching hidden treasure? Of course it is. Let's see what we have. You have brilliant untapped potential just waiting to be explored. So yeah, be open to exploring that this time. Right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add more videos on the screen. And if you haven't already, give this one a thumbs up. Go ahead, hit subscribe. I wish you all a magical day. Bye.